First, I'd like to introduce Phil Mickelson, who is known throughout the world and to, I think, everybody in this room, is one of the leading all-time golfers on the PGA tournament, and he ranks second among active players and 13th all-time with 34 career wins, and has given us a lot of excitement on Saturday and Sunday afternoons. And thank you so much for your taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. But he's here because he and his wife Amy have partnered with Exxon Mobil to create the Mickelson Exxon Mobil Teachers Academy. They have also created the Phil and Amy Mickelson Foundation, which focuses on children and families in need. In September, Phil and Amy will host their 4th annual Smart Start program, which invites 5,000 San Diego elementary children on a back-to-school shopping spree. The foundation donated $750,000 to Hurricane Katrina and relief efforts related to education.
Chairman Miller and members of the committee, I want to thank you for the opportunity for my wife and I to be here to discuss the importance of math and science education in America. This is a very important topic for us. It means a lot to us because of our great love that we have for our children and our great love that we have for our country. And we've been fortunate that our parents and our teachers instilled the importance in education in us as youngsters. And so I think this was most evident for me personally. When I was a junior in college, I won a PGA Tour event, and I had an opportunity to go out on the tour right away and sign lucrative contracts. But instead, I chose to finish the last year and a half of school to get my degree. And I think that this importance of education was instilled in me again by my teachers and by my parents. But a few years ago, I was playing golf, and the people that I was playing with made me aware of this report that showed the alarming trend and explained to me how serious this trend was in the declining graduates that we have in the math and science engineering fields. In fact, in the last 3 years, our graduates, only 15% were in the science and engineering field, as opposed to Singapore with 67% and China with 50%. And so this is a very alarming trend because it threatens us as a global leader. And so Amy and I wanted to set out to try to reverse this trend. And it worked out perfectly because the Exxon Mobil Foundation has had a long history in commitment to education. And so we formed a partnership to form the Mickelson Exxon Mobil Math and Science Teachers Academy. And the goal here was to target 3rd through 5th grade teachers, where the kids are still wide-eyed and open to new ideas. They're not set on math isn't cool. They're still open to these ideas. And we wanted to give these teachers new, innovative ways, innovative tools to inspire their children. And so we bring them in for a week-long session with the National Science Teachers Association and Math Solutions providing the curriculum as well as the staff. And we're able to give these teachers the techniques they need to go back to the classroom and inspire their kids. And so we're proud to say that this is our 4th year. We've had 1,400 teachers go through this program. And of that 1,400, they can reach, obviously, their own students. But they're also going and reaching their fellow teachers, sharing with them these new techniques. And in addition, we've set up a platform where they can interact with each other, share ideas, share stories, and share new information and techniques as well. And so we feel like this has a far outreaching platform. Amy and I have been stealing some of these techniques for our own kids because it's important that we, again, lead by example. And so we have an opportunity to take advantage of one of the biggest challenges of playing the PGA Tour, which is travel, and turn it into a positive. And we do this with my wife. My wife, Amy, takes our kids. We have 2 girls and a boy, and she takes them to every educational opportunity that each city has to offer. So we'll go to museums, the Natural History Museum. We'll go to aquariums. We'll go to zoos, science exhibits, and inspire our kids in the sciences this way. In fact, the Bodies exhibit, where you see the internal organs, the internal parts of your body, was a great way for us to deter our kids from difficult social challenges. So we showed them what a healthy lung looks like relative to a smoker's lung, and what a healthy liver looks like relative to an alcoholic's liver. And so they walked out of that exhibit saying, I will never drink or smoke. And so we've been able to use science as a way of incorporating incorporating difficult social issues and helping them make great decisions. I'd like to share one story because I think it's funny and it encompasses how we use science and math every day, whether we're aware of it or not. And my favorite story is about my caddy, Bones. And Bones was going through college, and he had a difficult time passing this math class. And he studied for weeks because he needed to pass this math class to get his degree. He studied for weeks for the exam, hours and hours, and he got to the exam, opened the book, and realized after seeing the first 2 questions, there was no way that he was going to pass his test. So he implored his teacher with this heartfelt note, talking about how he promises that if he can find it in his heart to give him a D, he will never use math in his job again. Well, as I came out on tour a couple years in, I was playing the Atlanta Classic, and I'm walking down the fairway, and this guy starts yelling at me from the gallery saying, "You lied to me, you lied to me." Only he wasn't yelling at me, he was yelling at Bones because Bones was adding up the yardage, and it was his math teacher. And so whether we're aware of it or not, we use math and science every day, and that is why Amy and I have become so passionate about this program and why we're so excited about the success we've had. Although it's not immediate and we don't see the results right away, we know that 15, 20, 30 years down the road, these young students will be our solvers of today's problems. Thank you.